Hello and welcome to a special episode of Budget Travel Bros. I'm Johnny Ye, and today we are going to show you guys how we created our budget for our travel in Melbourne, Taiwan and in Singapore. So let's get started. So for this trip, we have a budget of $5,000. Our holiday lasts for about a month, and because it is quite long, it is very important for us to have a budget so we know exactly how much money we have spent and how much money we have left. So in the Excel, the screen that you see here are the total expenses we expect to have for the trip. We divided the expenses into several different categories. The first one is the flight expense. It is the biggest expense for our trip. We book our flight 6 months in advance, so we are able to get the cheapest flight possible. The numbers you see here are the actual cost. But before we book our flight, we just have to do an estimate. So we go to the airline's website and just get the price and make it 10% higher and put that as our estimate. And at the end, we just add up all the flights, and it cost around $1,700 for Chris and around $1,800 for myself. The next one we have is the accommodation expense. Again, you do exactly the same things. We get the price of the hotel and just times it and just make it 10% higher. The calculation here is very simple. You just have to do the cost per person per day times the number of days you're going to stay in the hotel, and that will give you the total cost. So you just do equals this times this, and that will give you the total cost, and you repeat that and do it for each city. So for us, the total expense is about $1,000 per person for a total of 23 days. Yep, 23 days. So it costs around $42 per person per night. Next expense we have here are the food and leisure expense. The numbers here are again purely just an estimate. It could be higher or lower depending on how much money you're going to spend. If you think you're going to spend a lot of money, then $50 is probably not going to be enough for you. For us, we think we're going to spend somewhere around $50 in Taipei, so we just do 50 times the number of days in Taipei we're going to spend. The number of days we're going to spend in Taipei, which is 5 days, so 50 times 5 give us a total budget of $250, and you just keep repeating that for every single cities. So, and that would give us the total cost we expect to have for food and leisure. You also have to consider the transportation cost. Numbers here are again just a pure estimate. You can never have the real number until you go on to the actual trip. So we estimate that we're going to spend $70 on public transport in Melbourne and somewhere around $270 in Taiwan. I know the numbers may look a little bit ridiculous. That's because we decided to take the high-speed rail in Taiwan, and it costs quite a bit of money here. So it adds up to somewhere around $140, and when you have all the public transport and the taxi and Uber and all that stuff, will bring to a total of $270. And we also have the emergency cost. We think it's important to have that just in case if something is going wrong. And the Wi-Fi thing here is optional. You can ignore that if you think you don't need that. And that will bring to a total of $4,991 for Chris and $4,992 for me, which is still within the budget of $5,000. Of course, that only happens if we can stick to our budget. The next tab you see here are the daily expenses we have during each day. We always choose to keep a receipt because it helps you to remember how much money it cost. The column on the left here are the amount in local currency, and the column on the right are the equivalent amount in Australian dollar. For the exchange rate, we just use the exchange rate of the day to ensure accuracy. So the next tab, the deposit tab here, keeps a record of how much money we each got left. For example, Chris spends $49.45. on the 29th of December. So this means we have to deduct $49.45 on the 29th of December from Chris's account. So we know exactly how much money Chris got left. And the remaining tab here, which shows an update of how much money Chris still got left. As you can see, Chris got $10.34 left. This obviously shows that he spends quite a lot of money. And say if Chris chooses to spend another $5, okay, so if Chris spends another $5 minus 5, so I just put extra spending, and the remaining balance here would become $5.34. It would just automatically update the balance. If the formula here is very, very simple, all you have to do is to do a sum like this. Sum, just do equals to sum bracket deposit, and you sum all these numbers. You just have to keep drag down to like 500 or something. Just keep going down, blah blah. Yeah, good, 500, and you just press enter. That's it. Okay, let's do another example. Say if Johnny spends $10, how much we got? How much did I got left? I got $102. Okay, say if I spend another $10, I just put Johnny spends another $10. So always do minus 10. Don't just put 10 in there. Make sure you put minus 10. Otherwise it won't work. So $10 extra spending. Extra spending, and the remaining balance here becomes $92.96. So it will always work if you just follow this formula. So just do sum and deposit all that, just drag down to like 500, and we will always work every single time. So yeah, that's basically how we did our budget. Again, we just want to emphasize that it is very, very important to have a budget like this, because it helps us to spend within our limits, within the limits, and we know exactly how much money we have spent each day, which is essential, which is very, very crucial for a long trip like this. And to show how effective this is, we have managed to save over $350 off our original budget. 2 years ago, Chris and I, we went to another trip, and we almost blow our budget because we didn't have a budget like this. So we just want to say that it's very important to have a budget like this to help you to keep within the limit. Yeah, so this is how we did our budget for our trip. I hope this helps. If you think this is helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.